So I'm in the wood shop here, and I've got a blade that I just got finished cutting some really nasty wet wood. But this is an example of really any time you're using cutting tools, you're going to run into the point where they're not cutting like they used to. This is an extreme example, but you might be cutting a lot of pine, something really rich in sap, something like that. But you think it's dull, and you might spend the money and have it sharpened. The first thing they're going to do when the sharpener receives the blade is they're going to clean it. They're going to clean it, and then they're going to sharpen it. But I found that really cleaning it is usually all that's necessary to make that blade fresh again. It works for me, and probably for every time I have my blades sharpened, I think I clean them about 20 times. So that's what works for me. I'm going to show you how I do it. So let me get this blade off, and we'll come back. So this is just to give you an idea of how bad the resin buildup is on this blade. Like I said, it was really nasty wet wood. It doesn't have to be this bad for your cut quality to be diminished and to leave bad saw marks in your wood where you really want a crisp edge. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to cleaning it now. So this is what I use to clean my blades. It's just oven cleaner, very simple. Now I have read that some people claim that oven cleaner deteriorates the brazing that holds on the carbide tips on your blade. But I can tell you, I have read also from some saw manufacturers, and I can't remember off the top of my head who it was, but that they claim that doesn't take place. And I can tell you, after years of doing this, I don't have carbide bits flying off my blade or anything like that. So, take that for what it is, do your own homework and read up on that. But this works for me, and I encourage you to do it as well. It really does make a new blade out of a very gummed up blade that acts like a dull. So I just take my oven cleaner and I spray it on. So here we are 5 minutes later, and you can see it's all been soaking here. So I'm just going to use this plastic bristle brush, and you will see that instantly all this stuff just falls off. It's fantastic. So I've got a dedicated piece of plywood here that I use for cleaning my blades. You want to do it in some place where you don't care if it gets nasty, because all the nastiness you're taking off your blade is going to go right onto the board your blade's sitting on. So there's no effort here. There's no scrubbing, no intensive work or anything like that. You're just wiping it with a plastic bristle brush. That looks good. I'm going to flip it over. I actually didn't show you, but I sprayed both sides of the blade and let it sit. I mean, look how black this is, and it just wipes off. Really works well. And like I said before, this is a very extreme case. It was ridiculous how much buildup was on this blade. And this blade here has probably been cleaned. It probably has been cleaned 20 times. This is an older one. It still really cuts well for me though, so I'm not sending it off just yet. All right, we're done. Now it's time to just rinse it off, and I'm just going to run it under some water. I found that I rinse it off. And then sometimes I think it's necessary to use a little soap just to make sure that all of this oven cleaner is off. So here I finished rinsing it off, and I'm just going to use some compressed air to make sure it's dry. All that pitch gone, and a blade that's really ready to be put back into service and make some nice clean cuts.